Hello. If you're seeing this message, there could be something here for you. I was actually going to do a poll on the Divine Feminine today, so let's see. I don't really usually have much of an intention, I guess, with these readings, so let's see what we gotta say. Oh, we have somebody who could be restricting themselves or being restricted from a brand new beginning. Okay, we got the World card and the Eight of Swords. And also I was gonna say, I had this dream last night that was really strange, and it wasn't so strange, but it was just really weird because I forgot, I remembered most of it, but in the dream there was this spider. It was like a black widow but with white stripes, and I saw it when I was walking past a certain spot. And then let me see, there was this it was a corner of a couch, and then there's a pillow, and I saw it kind of tucked in right in the corner, and I was like, oh no, and so I went around to go look, and then there's this other person behind me when I was looking, and they kept walking up, and they had this rat. They had this rat in their hand, and they kept walking up to me every time I was looking away, and then when I would look at them, they would walk away, and I would be like, rah, 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 or something like I was gonna get you. It was this weird back and forth. It was so weird. And then it was this blonde lady, and that's kind of significant, but and later when I tell you. But so it was just this weird back and forth. Every time I would go look for the spider, this lady would be coming to try to get me, and then I'd look at her and she'd go away, and then anyway, it was strange. But so then I have a buddy of mine who's over here doing repairs, and I was telling him about the dream, and I look over, and there is this it was a brown widow, but it was really light. It was way lighter than the regular, so it was blonde, the color, whatever. And it was just I'm sitting right here usually, right? And it was coming down right here, where it was just gonna be landing directly on me type of thing. And I think it was really kind of interesting because I was talking about it, and then I looked up and saw the spider, and then I grabbed the web and took it outside or whatever, or the string. It was coming down from the ceiling, Anyway, I was like, that's so weird. I was just talking about it and explaining it, and then it happened. And then what was the other part though? Oh yeah. I forgot. I wasn't really going to get too deep into that explanation. I was going to do this other part. But anyway, there's those. The dream, I was explaining it, and it was manifesting in front of me with this little blonde lady, a black widow, Anyway. But this song came on. Both these songs came on. I was just about to go to bed, and my phone just kind of turned on by itself or whatever. And this was last night, and it's the song Ain't No Mountain High Enough. I know that's not the name, but that was part of the the one where they're ain't no mountain high enough. Anyway, and then the other one was I think I don't know the names. Dang it. It's don't know much about history, that one. Don't know much biology. I'm not going to keep going. Those are two lines. If you don't know what the song I'm talking about, look it up. Anyway, but those started playing last night, and I thought they were really cute. It was somebody doesn't, they don't feel that anything can hold them back from getting to you, alright? And they don't know much about much, apparently, but they know that they love you, okay? So there's that. Here we go. Somebody could have been preparing themselves and looking at things from a different perspective. Yeah, it's gathering their strength, apparently, because that was making itself known. Alright. Now I'm talking about these spiders, I feel all itchy. I'm doing a reading. So what is going on with this? What? feminine. Okay. What is happening with the feminine energy? I guess I gotta read these first. Well, we're telling you, it's right there. Anyway, we got... okay. We got the World card like I was showing you earlier. The Judgment card. The Page of Wands and the Two of Wands. It's kind of like you're waiting. Just kidding. But yeah, there's a new beginning that's coming in. Things are going to be they're going to be, you know, coming into your life as they're meant to, and there's some type of readiness that you have to move forward towards desired plans, purposeful and intentional plans that you have. Okay. Whoop. There's certain things you're walking away from, certain emotional connections. Whoops. There could be like third-party situations, or, you know, and that doesn't just have to be romantic, you know, but, you know, take it how it resonates. There could be certain situations that aren't, or, you know, could even be groups of people as well, that you could be walking away from, and really staying true to, you know, what it is that you've envisioned for yourself. You know, whatever it is that's out of alignment, you could be kind of getting to a position where you are, you know, really wanting to co-create intentionally, okay? And, you know, have the feeling that you can, you know, really have everything, like recipe, all the ingredients, you know, all, you know, portioned in the right way in order for you to feel secure within how it is that you are, you know, what it is that you're pouring into your, you know, pouring into in your life, okay? And you could have gained some type of new perspective. Oops. Oops. Hold on a second. Okay. Okay, yeah, you've taken on a different perspective with what it is that you're wanting to, you know, engage in and pour into, right? And with the Four of Pentacles and the Empress, you're moving into a position where you're no longer allowing for situations that are undesirable or out of alignment, okay? And you could really be dedicating yourself to this position, okay? I don't know if I already said that or if I just thought thought that, but oh wait, there could be some type of painful outlook when it comes to, we have a masculine here, the Emperor is coming out right here, and I don't think there's, well, there's been the King of Wands, but yeah, anyway, we have, you know, it could be the Divine Masculine that is looking at the situation that they're desiring of through a filter, like, of pain, okay? So they could be feeling that someone is like with it being, you know, the Emperor and the Queen of Wands right here. I know the Empress just came out, but like this kind of just had like a different energy for me for some reason. So let me look really quick. Yeah, with what it is that you know, the feminine right here, what it is that you are, you know, doing as far as what alterations and changes you're making in your life, right? With like no longer allowing certain situations to be, you know, that you know are out of alignment, like no longer allowing them in your vicinity or in your, you know, gravitational pull, whatever the, you know, the, what am I thinking right now? Thinking, I have planets in my head. They're, you know, moving. Anyway, I should have gone to bed a long time ago. Anyway, so whatever it is that you're wanting to have in your sphere, I guess, right? So you could be recognizing this and dedicating yourself to this, but as you're doing so, you are elevating yourself to that Empress position. Like there's a transformative and transitional type of situation that's going on. Oh, right here too. So I'm looking at it like from like the full-on feminine perspective. When you see the King of Wands, that's usually like a player type of figure, where there's that whole, you know, get down involved, and so you could be kind of like, yeah, you know, yeah, it's all right, okay, you know what I mean? But if you know what I'm talking about, yeah. But anyway, so you could be in that kind of mind frame, and you're no longer allowing somebody else's false interpretations or you know, without like pushing boundaries, you know, twisting what you say, you know, your boundary, you know, like all those things. Like when you have people that are like, I'm your friend, you know, and then like they're like slowly inching, you know, past certain points where you're like, no, whatever. And anyway, I'm not just talking about me and myself right now, personally, what I might be dealing with, but anyway. Shit. But you know, like with those types of situations you find yourself in, you're like, oh yeah, that's my you know, we go and we both happen to be over at the dog park, that's my dog park buddy or something, you know. And like maybe there's some nice, you know, PG type of scenarios where you can have that and it's not an issue, but like sometimes, more than not, sometimes, you know, somebody who's like inching in a way is, and not being direct or whatever, is somebody who is pushing their you know, position of what they're wanting it to be without really stating it or guiding it or being, you know, like direct or whatever, you know. So those could be certain things where you're just like having to deal with certain dynamics where you're like, this is, you know, not what I signed up for or something like that, you know. So and I'm really not trying to make it all just like, this is what it's saying, okay? You know what's funny is I was gonna say, like, I don't even have to go on here with the cards and I could just tell you what the energy is right now, but like, let's do it with the cards, you know. I could say some stuff too, though, you know. Anyway, so I don't know what's going on with me, but let's go on. Shit. So there could be, somebody could be, you know, all right, looking at somebody that they're desiring of, through a painful lens, like I said, 20 freaking minutes ago, probably. Anyway. Shit. Ay. Oh yeah, feminine. What's going on with the feminine? Oh, wish is coming true. Yay! No wonder I'm laughing. It's a happy time. Shit. You know, I heard my laugh in a recording, and I'm like, somebody's gonna stop that lady. It's like, what are you doing? Why are you allowing this to happen? Anyway, it's the worst. Like, whenever I do like a nervous laugh, it's like, when there's a lot of people around. Anyway, it's bad. Okay. Shoot. I can't see. Alright, I gotta go. I'm so sorry for all this nonsense. What to say? Oh, cute. Oh. Aw, that's so cute. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna tell you about this part real quick first, though, alright? It's so cute. So we got the lovers, alright? No, wait, the lovers are here. we got the star card. I jumped ahead and I messed it up. Shit. Okay, we got the star, which is coming true. With moving forward, okay, on your destined path. Moving forward into your ideal home and family dynamic with, you know, could be twin flame connection, and you're moving into really bringing in, you know, a new abundant situation for yourself physically, and what is it? The lovers. So yeah, you're gonna be bringing in new powerful relationship dynamic, like very, you know, all of those cards right there are all really important in their own way. Shit. Oh my god. My throat just got. Oh my god. Feels like somebody just like sliced in there. Not cool, guys. Hold on. Nom, 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 nom. Okay. Sorry. Well. Alright, so you got new loving situation coming in. But it's also like an intentional choice, you know, that you are, you know, really desiring to make, okay? And you have a true discernment with this awareness, okay? Not being too emotional about certain things, you know, there's true logic, like it's not like you're feeling, you know, like you're out of sorts mentally about a situation, okay? And it seems that you've really, you know, with this awareness have been able to form an understanding of the previous negative cycles and what it is that you're wanting to or needing to separate yourself from, right? Like completely, right? You know, instead of it just being like, oh yeah, I don't want that to happen again or something, you know, it's like you're making the steps or the changes that you know that you need to in order to move towards a true sense of fulfillment for yourself, okay? We got the Ace of Cups, okay? So we got Ten of Swords, closing out cycles and moving into new emotional beginnings, okay? What else do we need to know? Because I think that was all pretty good. On Six of Pentacles, you're going to have like a true reciprocal dynamic. That's really nice. You know, you're going to meet on all levels, basically. You know, intelligence, interests, chemistry. What else? Humor. Ideals, you know, ideology type of thing. You know, there could be like a true balance with it, you know, what it is that you're putting into and what you're receiving, you know, because how do I navigate this thought process that just showed up? You know, you could be somebody who gets along really well with, you know, lots of people easily, and you're open and able to have conversations and open up just, you know, in a way that's carefree and enjoyable, right? But as far as like, you know, maybe not everybody, you know, gets the joke that you're putting out there, or, you know, like has the same interests or what seems important to them, or, you know, all these different things. So it's like, you could be getting to a position where there is a true, lifestyle and, awareness and understanding. Excuse me. And it's not necessarily just like lifestyle, but just like the, similar awareness and mentality of certain things or something, you know, like excuse me, just, I don't know, you'll be able to recognize it. Right? You'll be able to figure it out. You know what I'm saying. I don't think I need to go any further. My mind went blank. And these pictures all, for some reason, look really similar, and I haven't noticed that with the rest of these. Like, they all have a similar kind of look in the first place, but these just kind of all together seem like there's like it's like a trio or like a team, you know, like a Sailor Moon type of feel, you know what I mean? Where they're like, doo, doo, doo. They're all doing their stances and their own individual, separate, but similar ways, so... There could be something going on, and I haven't even read these yet, so let's see. Oh, ouch. There could be somebody who has, really kind of, well, okay, because of the fact that I even said that in the first place, there could have been like a group of people, right, who are all doing their own thing, but they're all similar enough, and you know, like I just said, all those things, okay? But somebody could be, they could have taken some time for themselves and gone inward and figured out, you know, they could have had a different sense of illumination or focus in their life, and, they could have moved away from what they recognized was bringing certain conflicts into their life that they were no longer trying to be opened up to, okay? And they could have even, you know, recognized that there was, you know, certain figures or people or lifestyles or behaviors, you know, that they had just kind of allowed or, you know, looked at as, you know, some type of normalized behavior, and now they're kind of seeing things in a different perspective, okay? And making the changes necessary. We got... Okay. And, somebody could have gone through a lot of difficulties, apparently. And had to, like, stay true to their position. They could have had a lot of different people's energies coming at them. And, you know, they had to feel, like, get themselves to a position where they can feel secure within, you know, where they stood, instead of, you know, having these other people's intentions shake their foundation, okay? But that's funny. Apparently there was some type of I'm not saying funny, but it's just silly because I just said they were trying not to have that happen, but there apparently was something that did kind of rattle them in a certain way. Hey, how you doing? If you want, you could ask a question, but I'm gonna do this part first and then see what's up. But I'm kind of actually doing I was just gonna do the feminine reading, and then I was gonna go to bed. So if you want, you can send me a personal like a DM, and then I can you know, do a different reading for you later. But let me see. So yeah, somebody could have had different, you know, shakeups that did occur that they, even though they weren't intending to. And, it could have been because they were, not following their intuition, okay? So they could have been like in a position where they weren't being receptive of their intuitive guidance, okay? And the Fool, the Hierophant, the King of Cups, and the Six of Cups. But they are going to be, you know, trying to take some type of leap of faith and take action towards a clean slate. This could be the masculine too, right? Did I already say that earlier? I think I said that earlier. I don't know if it like stayed. Anyway. But from earlier when I said it was a masculine, I don't know if it like continued on or if it's like going back and forth. So take it how it resonates for sure. But let me see. So yeah, so somebody's wanting to take a you know, take action, but with a higher level of intention. With the Hierophant and the Fool, it's like somebody's really taking, you know, taking themselves seriously and not wanting to have a misstep. So even though they're wanting to kind of have this carefree action or leap of faith that they take, they're really hoping that they can also take action in a grounding way, like in a way that's really going to stabilize and ground them foundationally, okay? And we have the King of Cups and the Six of Cups. There could be a true awareness that, you know, somebody has done a lot of inner healing and they've been able to get to a position where they can express themselves openly from a, you know, emotional perspective. Instead of feeling the emotions and not being able to navigate through them, they've been able to create the awarenesses that they needed and, you know, create different alignments and adjustments and stuff. And they're really kind of in a more joyful expression with themselves, okay? So, yeah, somebody could be really feeling just a little more confident and carefree with where it is that they're taking themselves. Okay, they've figured out all the different illusionary situations and different aspects of deception. They could have even seen, they may have felt that they had caused pain to, you know, who they really wanted to have in their, you know, part of their foundation. So, my goodness, let's see. But there's somebody who's been learning something from, you know, a distance. They've taken their time and they're getting to a position of contentment with themselves and they're staying true to this, okay? Oh. Somebody's moving forward quickly towards a new opportunity, all right? And a new passionate opportunity that's going to be creating a balance and moving forward towards the next chapter or, you know, phase, basically. So, okay, sorry, Shabam. I'm just, like, super tired. And, but if you want to send me a message, that's cool. It's been a long day. I came back on because I kept getting the push to do this message right here. I just kept getting reminded that I didn't do it already. So, anyway, have a good night. Talk to you later. Hope this helps. And I was going to do, let me see. I know that one really felt like that could have been the masculine energy at the end right there. But maybe I guess it's good to know, right? But take it how it resonates as well. Whoops. I saw, when I was thinking about doing the reading, like I said earlier, I kept getting reminded. And then I saw an image from this one, so we'll see if it comes out or not, but most of the time a sign to pull from those in that deck. Oh. So go with the flow, and the one that I saw was love yourself first. So there's, you know, definitely a need to take action for your own, you know, safety. Reinforce your boundaries, stay strong, maintain a youthful energy, okay? And rest, relax, and recharge. You could be needing to get sleep like me. I should be in bed right now. And sometimes holding on hurts more than letting go. You just need to take the plunge and take action as you know you're meant to. Okay, there could be some type of gossip situation. And not everything that you hear going on around you or that other people could be saying is true. You need to ground yourself. Whoops. Get back out into nature. It says you could be, it says something isn't true. Pay attention. So some people could be talking about you in unjust ways. Okay, we got hate. It says got haters. All right. So just oops, you could be having some people who are, like I said, really kind of trying to disrupt your vibe, all right? So just maintain yourself, maintain healthy, wholesome dynamic, and practice, you know, maintain your vibration, basically. You know, make sure you don't allow other people to, like, you know, get at you so easily, right? It says beware of overly friendly people. There may be an alternative agenda. Okay, so you could have a lot of wonky energy coming around. You need to make sure you pay attention. But you have a divine partner destined, okay? It is safe to proceed with a life partner. Remember who you are and be willing to compromise only towards the highest good. Okay, whoa, that was weird. Okay. I don't know if they like, oh, okay. When? Okay, here they are. And I thought they flipped over. There's a call that you might not be wanting to take right now. Take that how it resonates. You need to be focusing on the good. Stand tall and know thyself. All right. So, you could be going through a difficult situation where somebody could be pushing, you know, like I said earlier, pushing boundaries or whatever. But you need to stay true to yourself. Okay, you have the ability. You are strong. Okay, we got there could be a situation that you're learning about or somebody had been learning about, okay? And you could be also needing to ask for other people's opinions in a situation regarding creative endeavors or whatever it is that you're focusing on trying to make in some way, okay? But yeah, you could be getting to a position where you're like, hey, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, and blah, 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 and you could be maybe opening yourself up to others, okay? It's to seek what fills your soul with joy and make a decision, okay? You are winning, you're graced with abundance, and if things aren't working, don't force them, but go with the flow. Assist others when able, but don't be a doormat, and don't compromise who you are while hold on. I read that wrong. Don't compromise who you are or allow yourself to break while bending to others. Okay, you could be receiving, you know, your karma, your dharma, and also you can know that others will be receiving theirs. There isn't any need for you to take any action towards anyone else to, you know, seek revenge or vengeance or whatever, you know, for slightings, you know, but you need to protect your energy, maintain a positive, and know that things will happen as they're meant to, right? It says regroup, rethink, rehab, let go, and let God, okay? Just keep going. You only have a few more steps. And you could have been dealing with somebody who is addicted or not regulated, you know, really not having the most stable or balanced expression, but you are being blessed with endings and new beginnings, okay? Hey, Jocelyn, how you doing? I was just about to head out, but let me see. Let's see if anything comes out of this one real quick. But, oh, all right. says, you found your people or your tribe, and so you could be having like soul connections or something like that. And you could be traveling or could have traveled recently or something like that. But seems you could even be traveling with others. But that's what flew out just there. So I'm gonna head out though. Whoops. Somebody's spidey senses could be tingling, okay? And somebody's recognized that they've recognized the hard way that they need to, you know, recognize when something's not vibing and move on, you know, instead of trying to force a situation or try and, you know, hope for something to shift or something like that. You know, there could be a recognition that there's either energetic connections, you know, and you know, resonance or whatever, or there isn't. All right, so someone needs to block distractions. Okay, build your strength, master your skills, hold your ground, and, you know, don't do, you know, no sudden moves. Don't move too quickly. All right. Somebody could be having certain revelations and they're ready to express some type of apology for certain behaviors or, you know, whatever awarenesses that they formed. Okay. You have the universe is supporting you and giving you love and care. All right. And you could have been dealing with toxicity and underhanded behavior, but this is a test. Okay. You have everything you have manifested within grasp. All right. So just keep your vibration as you're, you know, like, you know, having the awareness of expectation, right? There could have been a karmic or a false twin that you're needing to separate yourself from. And there could be a quick change that occurs. All right. Somebody could have, it's funny because earlier I said somebody could have been having like a filter of pain looking in the situation. And this is with somebody's, it says, although things may seem dark, it helps provide awareness of the light. Oh, I read the wrong side. Pay attention to the colors. Black is a compilation. Wait, no, combination of all colors. It's just a matter of your filter. Okay, so somebody could be seeing things in a different perspective than they had been. All right, and they're, you know, they hadn't been wanting to spread themselves too thin, so they restricted themselves, but now they're wanting to start over. Whoop. And they're going to be taking action with some type of shocking growth. Okay. There's just a need for you to be true to yourself. You go in and like have some meditation time and then follow the guidance that you receive. Okay. And it says you could be being watched right here, and what you are seeking is also seeking you. You need to just follow your desires. Okay, my goodness. And what's the last one? Walk away from false or toxic relationships. And that would be the easy way. That is so funny. Oh my gosh. All right, well, if you want to message me or something, you know, I can you know, answer whatever questions you might be having. I could do that for you tomorrow or something like that. Like you could send me a message tonight and then I get back to you later, you know, but tomorrow or something. I'm going to go to bed though right now, but, have a good night and hopefully this helped in some way too. Okay. Oops. Remember there's a slow connection with whatever it is that you're doing, so don't try and rush things. All right.